And Carol joins us now. Lovely to see you this morning.
Lovely to be here.
Thank you for coming in. We were just chatting as we were watching that clip there. It looked like you had the best laugh making The Masked Singer.
Oh, it was fantastic. It's one of the best things I've ever done.
Really?
Yeah, because of what the process behind everything, the costume department, it's off the scale. And, you know, when I was first asked to do the show, you get offered half a dozen sketches of different costumes and stuff. So I settled on tattoos straight away because I thought she was gorgeous.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And then just all the fittings and then there's all the secrecy. So you've got to meet up for your song choice meetings, your vocal coaching, little bit of choreography, what they've got planned for your different songs and stuff like that. So it takes up the whole of your... We did it in the summer, so it takes up the whole of your summer, and it's fantastic, yeah.
Well, how do you keep it a secret, though? Because it really has... They guard it so well. I mean, that you go in disguise, you don't see anybody else.
I'm a chatterbox, as most people know, so it was hard.
Yeah.
Can't hold my own water, as my mum used to say. Well, you sign a big NDA, so you might get sued. That's always an incentive, I find,
Yeah.
And they won't pay you. You won't get paid. No, I did keep it secret. I only shared with my husband and my daughter, Scarlett, because they had to help me with my diary.
To organise it.
But I didn't tell my son. He was a bit offended. So you think I'm a blabbermouth? But I just thought I'll keep it simple, you know. But they're used to me coming and going, disappearing for a week, you know, being on tour. So I was able to muddy the waters a lot with my friends and family because they're used to me being off, where is she this week kind of thing.
Yeah. What's the experience like? You're a professional singer. You have been for a long time now. But what's that experience like singing inside a costume? Because they're quite restrictive movement-wise.
It's very difficult, and it depends. Like, my hands were there, and I'm a gesticulator. If I didn't have this flipping puppy on my lap, I'd be waving my hands around. So I found that difficult. And then the mask, you can't actually see anything. So
you couldn't see?
No. So my eyes were kind of where her mouth is. Most people's masks are this much higher than their head. It's completely gauzed because they can't have the studio lights revealing anything. And so you go onto stage and they say, somebody holds your hand. Yeah. And I always just go, hello, and they go, shh, like that. And they say, right, can you look at that green light over there? That means you're facing forward. And they said, don't get it mixed up with the emergency exit light, because lots of people would end up singing to the emergency exit light. It's very, very difficult. And when I did Human for the Killers, they stood me on this podium. It's about 10 feet high.
Of course, yeah.
And I'm not scared of heights at all, but once the mask was on, I felt very vulnerable, like I was going to fall or something. It was quite terrifying.
Well, you've got such restricted vision as well. It makes it more terrifying.
Yeah, and that, for me, I had to work hard to relax and sing properly, because I felt a bit...
Yes,
you know,
I can imagine.
Yeah.
And so I'm guessing you've been approached lots of times to do this, like many times before. You've got such an incredible voice. Why was now the moment? Why did you decide that, you know what, this year is going to be my year?
I, like a lot of my peers, we get approached to do lots of fun shows, lots of daft shows, and it's a question of scheduling as well, you know. And it just worked out, and I've had the most phenomenal year, because I did The Mask, which was wonderful, then moved on to now that's what I call a musical, and then finished the year touring with Sophie Ellis-Bextor and the Human League. So it just all fell into place, all the stars lined up.
Brilliant.
Now, we saw a couple of weeks ago when one of the masks got unveiled, one of the singers was particularly upset that she'd been thrown out. Toad in the Hole, Macy Gray, didn't take it particularly well and actually stormed off. Did you have any idea, because you would have been backstage at this stage, did you have any idea that this was happening?
So you're kept very separate.
Yes.
You never see each other. I have, to this day, no idea who's in the show. Still, no idea. I don't know who Dress Crab was, my nemesis.
Yeah, but do you not listen to the voice and think, oh, it could be...
when you're in your quick change tent, which is behind the set, you can hear off in the distance somebody performing, and I could tell he was male.
Yes.
I thought, had a very soulful voice, possibly a black artist or the height of him. Yes. And I'm going to say him. I thought a sports person who can sing, not necessarily a singer, but your guess is as good as mine.
You thought Gregory Porter?
I have no idea. So, for example, when you're in your dressing room and your runner comes to get you or bring you some food, you have to hide behind your door or run into your loo so that anyone walking past can't see you or see you reflected in your dressing room mirror. And we would occasionally walk past each other, the contestants in the corridor, but we are all in black, gloves, you can't show any skin. You've got a balaclava, a visor. Before you get to the studio, 5 minutes out, our drivers go, can you mask up now, please, Carol? Because the guy on the barrier can't see you. There's other shows being recorded in other studios, people coming and going. So you're completely encased about 2 miles out from the studio.
So you've got no idea what's going on. Macy stormed off because she was upset that she'd be booted out. How did you feel when you got... Because you are all wonderful singers, you're all professional singers, and you're having a brilliant time.
Are we, though?
Oh, OK, yeah, fair enough. Yeah,
okay,
not necessarily, it's a good point.
I was a bit bemused.
Yeah.
Oh, darling. I was a bit bemused because I was very confident in my performances. So when I ended up in the bottom 2, I've got to say I was a little shocked.
Right.
But I had a great sing-off with Masked Singer, who also had he had a charismatic voice, a really good voice. Yeah. So you can't be too arrogant about it, you know. But I was a little shocked, and I hate saying this, but my team were quite upset. We just weren't expecting it.
They wanted you to stay in too.
And like I said, it's the best thing I've ever done. I was having the most fun, and I was a bit gutted, to be honest.
Yeah, I bet.
It was so funny when we were introducing you before and the China in Your Hand comes on. We were both like, gosh, that's a great song. Do you still feel like that? And do you still enjoy doing it when you're on tour? I know you're touring still with Tapa. Yeah. Do you still enjoy it? Or is it like a golden albatross a bit?
Can be. Yeah. Can be both. Yeah. But particularly when you do big festivals and you've got 20,000 people out in front of you, you barely have to sing it. And then when you get to the sax break, everybody does the 80s wave. Yeah. So it's become quite choreographed, a lovely moment with the fans. It's a little transaction between us. We all know what this means. Yeah. You know? And 5 weeks at #1, you can't moan, can you?
It's still such an epic song. We love it. It certainly makes me feel great. And you're doing now that's what I call a musical with Craig Revel Horwood, you mentioned as well.
Craig,
how are you enjoying working with Craig?
Oh, he's lovely. He's absolutely gorgeous. And funnily enough, he brought a guest associate director to Woking in November who whispered in my ear, Carol, I got you on and off the stage on the show we're not allowed to talk about.
Oh, really?
But I never saw his face because I had a flipping mask on. So,
so you've actually met the people that moved you out?
Yeah. They were in other productions. But Craig's absolutely lovely and quite the softie, really.
Yeah. Oh, he's lovely. Yeah. Well, thank you for coming on the show
My
today.
pleasure.
Well done.
Do I get to keep...
No, we've done a head count. No, she's trying. Thank you.
You will be a big queue of people trying to take these little retrievers as well. It's amazing to see you. Thank you.
Thank you.
The Masked Singer continues this Saturday at 7 o'clock on ITV1 and ITVX.
Oh, look, Elvis has gone for a snooze as well as Olive. Oh, hello. Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. We upload tons of new content every single day. So hit the subscribe button, like all the videos, and don't miss out. We'll see you in the morning.